want to be a filmmaker and you don't know how, spark up your lights, hit the record button on your camera, and let's get creative. Hello everyone, my name is Victor. You're welcome to my YouTube channel. Over the years, there's a particular concept of lighting that have actually been in existence for a very long time, which is 3-point lighting. That is like the unique standard way of lighting. 3-point lighting simply means one key light, one fill light, and one backlight. That's 3 points. So 1, 1, 1 makes it a 3-point lighting. Sometimes when you hear of 3-point lighting, it doesn't actually mean that the light is coming like there's always a 3 light on set. No, it's basically a light source. It can just be 1 or 2 light source, but then the backlights have to be there. That one is for sure, because you have to separate your character from the background. This light here is just a light panel. It's called the Amaran F21X. The idea of this backlight is just to replicate these 2 windows here. These 2 windows is just like it's serving as the light source that is giving him this light behind his back. That's why we have this light here. And when you zoom in, his face is actually like this shoulder light is looking like it's coming from these windows. So that's what I mean by practical lighting. So you have to make sure there is a light source, then modify the light source. But even if there is, let's assume there is no light source, 0 light source, you still need a backlight for him because it's the most important light in the scene. Your key lights is usually soft, very diffuse. In some stations, you see them using a bigger butterfly to diffuse light, to shine light through the butterfly. That's actually heavy diffusion. Just like what is lighting my face right now, I'm being lit by a key light, and also we'll have a fill light. Most times, I don't want to use a light for a fill light, except I want to bounce off from a particular surface. For example, if my key light is very soft, it might not be able to bounce enough fill, although my fill light is supposed to be extremely soft and just filling the shadows instead of lighting the shadows, because the idea is to create contrast. If I have 3 lights to light the scene, I'll have 1 behind me, I will have 1 by the side me, and I'll have 1 here. Then this will be like higher output. This will be a little bit lesser and softer. This will be the softest and the most tiniest, because we don't want the side to be lit. So I see someone send me a message and say, if I have just 2 lights, how should I light a scene using the 3-point lighting standard? If I have a 2 light, for example, and I want to light a scene and I still want to create my 3-point lighting, which is the standard way of lighting a scene, I want to have a backlight, which will be kind of brighter and heavier, like stronger source of light. I want to have a key light. The key lights, just like this hitting me here right now is a key. This is my key light. So I want to have a key light. I exhausted my 2 lights already. Now I just want to have a reflective source, a bounce board or anything, just something that can actually take this light or maybe some part of the reflection from the backlight and just give it to me on my face here. Because the idea is to create the contrast. Remember in our previous video, we talked about the highlight and the shadow. That makes up a contrast. So we want to create a contrast at every given time. Someone again asks, if I'm to be in a tight situation and I don't have any other extra light, I just have 1 light which is strong enough for a backlight. How do I use that 1 light to work the 3-point lighting? So just like the 2 points, the 2 lights using to create a 3-point lighting, in this case, we're trying to use 1 light to create a 3-point lighting. So this is where positioning comes to play. There is 1 light you can't miss. If I'm filming a scene, I don't mind missing a key light, but I wouldn't want to miss a key light. But if I don't mind if I have to give up 2 lights from the 3-point lighting, I'll give up a fill light, obviously, because I can always bounce off any light to the fill. Then I can give up a key light. It's quite difficult, but sometimes, yeah, I can give up a key light, and especially what the story is talking about, right? I can give up a key light, and but I cannot give up a backlight. So I talked about like to place your character in a very strategic place, and me placing him here was because of there's a window here, and I have some windows behind him, and I have a wall here. So I placed him here because I feel like I can just easily do this. And I have lights, and I have this light on him here. It's going to be the key light. As you can see, this side is dark, so this is like the contrast of the scene. This side, I can easily just do this with a reflector and have this side. Now I'm bouncing this light from this window up to this point, you see? If we want this particular side to be some stops, like less lighter than the other side, which is the key light. This is where we now use our first light, which is the backlight. So now I put the backlight on. So you see the backlight changes almost everything in the scene. The backlight alone, the only light we have in this scene, that's what has actually transformed this whole sequence to give us this light rim around his shoulders, this light. So now we're separating this character from the background, you see? The separation is very obvious. Let me put it off again so we see the difference. So this is off. The guy, like the character is into the background. This is on. We separated the character from the background. So for me, I want to put that one light, as long as it's powerful enough, I want to put it behind me and have it coming all the way like this. Sometimes diffused, depending on the storyline again, but most times undiffused, just coming from the back like this. And I want to have the bounce board that was supposed to be on this particular angle. I want to bring it to this point so it can, because I want to put like a key light on the two directional angles. So you have to take note of the directional angle. You have to be very directional. Then if you're putting your light on this side, you should have like on this right hand side, like the backlight, your bounce board for your key light should be on the left hand side. So this actually just gives you almost the same but more diffuse lights. So now we already have 2-point lightings, and now we just have the shadows that is not being able to fill up. So we'll just get any random, maybe like a heavier reflection source, put it here just to give us the whole reflections in the room, just to put it here on our face. Key light is supposed to be like stronger than the fill light, but the backlight still remains the strongest. So instead of doing that, I'll come here and bounce back this backlight from the back. I'll just put it in the front here. And as you can see, it just makes a difference. So the difference it makes is that it's gonna just bring up the shadows from below his neck. Watch. So looking for distracted, yeah. So at this point, we see here, and this. If you want me to recreate any scene from any movie, all you have to do, write me the name of the movie under the comment section, and I and my team will reach out to you and just send us a clip of the particular scene you want us to create, and we're going to recreate it, film the process, and put it out here for everybody to learn. If you haven't subscribed, please do so. If you are subscribed, thank you, and please refer us to your friends because we're about to get creative. Think about using one light for a whole project. Thank you for sticking around. See you in the next episode. My name is Victor. Bye for now.